So just recently you had a phobia of spiders. Okay. Lifelong phobia of spiders. Can you briefly tell me how it made you feel before?
It was something that was so... I just reacted. I couldn't look at pictures of spiders. If I walked into a room, I assessed to, see whether there were any spiders kind of on the floor or on the walls, visible. Couldn't put a jacket on or shoes on or anything without checking for spiders first. And so it was something that was sort of almost omnipresent in my life. And, obviously coming from Australia, people say that, it sort of makes sense to be a bit scared of spiders, but I was absolutely hysteric level. And, just the thought of them, or if somebody did, like a little hand thing, then it would have me, just absolutely, in kind of contortions. I just couldn't cope with it.
Okay. So today, obviously, you got your little friend to hold.
I got to cuddle a tarantula.
Tell us how that made you feel then. Maybe a bit happy.
Oh yeah, so excited. I think I came and I was really excited, but I was a little bit nervous in the sense of I wasn't sure whether I'd have to really build up to it. And so when I sat down and I was like, okay, just let me look at it for a bit first. Yeah. And then like less than a minute later, I think I was like, oh.
Yeah. You didn't want to give her up,
I didn't. I was really gutted that she had to go home. And it's amazing because I love animals so much and I'm so curious about them and I love learning about them and just observing them. And I've never been able to do that with spiders because I've been too terrified of them. And so, just to watch how she walked and, the movements, and it was really funny to see her interact with my hair as well. So it was amazing. And I'd never ever thought in my life I'd be able to do something like that.
So in what way has it changed your life?
I think in a lot of ways. Obviously now I don't feel that is holding me back or stopping me from doing things that I might want to do. I love being in nature, but there was always that sense of, am I going to run into any spiders? Mm-hmm. So it's so liberating to be released from a fear that's controlled such a large part of my life for so long. And also I think there was a big part of it that when I work with businesses, it's about helping people move through fear. Yeah. And I really felt that actually I didn't want to have that lifelong fear still holding me back in whatever way, shape or form that was. Yeah. So to be able to release that feels like I'm completely living my talk and doing something in a way that we all get scared of stuff from time to time, but to take something that's been such a lifelong phobia and be able to just move through that and actually have an experience like today, that I just can't describe how amazing that is.
So you say lifelong, roughly how many years do you, without giving out ages?
Over 30 years, shall we say.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Absolutely. My leg, because one of the big memories, the big kind of fear moments I had was that I once had a spider crawl up the whole way up my leg and up my chest. Yeah. And that was so terrifying and I felt so immobilized from that experience that actually when she crawled there and was sort of, having a wander around sort of in my lap, that was amazing too, because it just totally was like, okay, that just has replaced whatever was there before.
Yes. As for the session, it was all done in one session.
It was.
Yeah. It wasn't a case of coming back and...
No, I know, and I think that's why, because it's been a couple of months, so there was part of me that's kind of like, well, we've not sort of tested it, has it really worked? And I felt different. I was looking at pictures online and looking at, images of tarantulas and things, which I'd never, ever been able to do before. And so I knew that something had changed, but it was that proof is in the pudding almost when, actually having that experience that just went, yeah, that's worked. And... that's phenomenal because I don't even think I'm not even sure it was quite an hour. It was just, done and dusted.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Because, on the day we couldn't find any spiders to test it. Yeah. We did look. But I showed you some pictures which you weren't able to do previously.
No. In fact, when I told my mum that I was doing it, because for decades she's been asking me to go and get some hypnotherapy or something to try and deal with the phobia, And when I told her I was doing it, I think she was more fearful than I was.
So you only send her the picture.
I said, video is coming your way. To kind of go from that to then actually being able to get excited about them and appreciate them and, you know, learn about them, that's just phenomenal.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I enjoyed it as well. I got a chance to walk on. Thank you, Sam.